Hi everyone, welcome again to my tutorial. So today I'll be walking you through how to create GIF or GIF using Photoshop. And for the purpose of this video or GIF, right, you can use Photoshop 2015 down to date, right? 2015, 16, 17, like that till 2025 or till whenever you are seeing this video. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to create new documents. All right, so once you have your Photoshop launched, you can just go and create a new document. I already have that open here. That's why I didn't bother to open it again. All right, so the next thing you want to do is to turn on your timeline section. All right, make sure it's checked. This is it right there. You go to your Windows menu and then you click on timeline here. So now we have your create frame animation here. So next thing you want to do is to bring in all the images you want to animate, right? Maybe from your presentation, what have you, you can just bring them all. But what you want to do is you want to bring them one by one. You can't just bring everything at once. So that's what you want to be doing now. So I'll just go here and start bringing them in. All right. So yeah, we have the first one. I'll keep going till I'm done bringing them in. All right, we have just two to go. Let's use this and the last one. All right, so yeah, let's work with this too. All right, so now we've brought in all the images for the GIF. So the next thing you want to do is to create frame animation, right? Click on this and then you have this. So what this does is it creates frame for each of the pictures that you've imported to this file. All right, but you can see that this frame is carrying the last picture that I brought in. So what you want to do is now you want to create frame from each of these images that you've imported to this file. So what you want to do is you count the number of images you brought in earlier. So here we have just 8, and you create 8 frames for them because each of them needs to have its own frame. Right? But for this background, since we are not using white background, you can just delete that and then just have just the picture. So what I want to do now is to create the frame for each of these pictures. So you come to the bottom part here, and you see this add icon just right here. So you're just going to create 8 frames since we have just 8 pictures to use for this video. All right, you can create as many frames as you want. All right, I don't know the limits for this because I've never really gone past maybe 10 to 12 frames for a particular presentation. All right, so now that we've created 8 frames, now we want to more like fit each image into their own specific frame. All right, so that they are peculiar to their own frame. So what we want to do now is I want to turn off all of this now so that we can start from frame 1. All right, so you click on frame 1 now, you turn off all of those ones. All right, and just the first one. Can you see that like the frames now carries just one because I'm trying to match them to their own specific frame. So what you want to do now is select the next frame. All right, you turn on the second image, then do same for all, just like that. 5, all right, 6. Then we have this. Yeah, and yeah, we are done. So each of these images now have their own unique frame down here. All right, I believe that's clear. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to set the timing, right? So you select all of the frames here, then you click on this drop down just right underneath it to set the time. All right, so I prefer to use 0.3 to 0.4 second. All right, seconds is not yet, that's why I just go to order. So if you want to set a specific time for your own, you could just come to this others and set it to your preferred time. So I'm just going to use 0.3 rather. All right, now I've set it now and it applies to everything. You don't necessarily have to do it manually since you've applied it to all the frames. So what you want to do is now to see what you've done, right, and just preview. So you just click on play here, play button here, and then you have it. As you can see, yeah, 0.3 seconds is what you are seeing now. You can increase the speed, you can, reduce the speed, reduce the speed as well. All right, so once you are done with this, now the next thing you want to do is to so yeah, there's one other thing I forgot to mention. So you can set the animation, right? So just right here you can see we have forever. This drop down here we have once, 3 times, and forever. So if you select once, these frames are only going to play once. All right, 1 to 8 frames are just going to play once. Now let me show you what that is going to do. Now I've selected just once. This 1 to 8 frames are just going to play once and it will stop. Do you notice that now? From 1, it will play only once and it will stop when it gets to 8. That is that. Then if you choose the 3 times, it will play 3 times and it will stop. All right, so let's see that. 1, 2, and 3, and it will stop. But because GIF is supposed to, it's supposed to be continuous, all right, so you set it to forever. All right, so once you are done with that, yeah, you want to export now to GIF. So it's still the same process of exporting JPEG, but it's just slightly different from the usual process. So what you want to do is you go to file, go to export. All right, so this time around you are not exporting as PNG. You are coming to save for web. All right, to click on this, save for web. All right, so I want to just preview this to fit to screen. All right, so now here we have it now. So you come to this panel here. So you need to pay attention to all of these settings. Most of these settings, you are just going to leave them as default so that it doesn't affect the GIF color and quality as well. So this is going to remain like this. This is GIF, obviously. This setting is going to remain as selective. This one is also diffusion. The color is also going to be on 256. But in a case where after you've exported the GIF and the quality is not too good, or the color is not looking good, you can come here to reduce it to 128. But the best I would advise you to always leave it at 256. So maybe when you now export it, the quality is not good, then you can now come back here to just reduce that to 128. You can't go past 120. You can go past it, but the best, or my recommendation, is 128 to 56. All right, then all of the other settings they remains and they are. So once you are done with that, you just save, and you can save whatever you want. All right, so I'm just going to replace that. Then yeah, I'm just going to replace that. So once you are done, you can just go back and see what you've exported. Just play it, and you have your GIF ready. All right, so that will be all for this tutorial. Thank you for joining. If you enjoyed this video, kindly share with other designers, by liking this video. And if you find it helpful and insightful, you can also drop a comment in the comment section. Thank you.